Okay, I'm starting my first loaded ride, and I jacked up the rear flag a little bit. It works really nice. And I'm gonna ride to Dongqian Lake, which will give me a good mix of some steep hills and stuff to test out the new Schlumpf drive. And I have the Veltop on. Kind of my first really decked out ride. Hi. So Annie's having a picnic out at the lake, so I decided to ride there. Yeah, there you go. There's some flag action. It's funny, I'm riding a very similar route that I rode with the version 1.0 trike and trailer fully loaded. The ride to Dongqian Lake is great because it has some inclines, has some straightaways, there's some traffic that you got to deal with. It's a good obstacle course, and right now I'm riding over a little bridge over a river, small little stream. But I remember it was my first time riding the version 1, and I remember saying, am I ready for this? My knees were aching a little bit. I had just started, and already I was feeling some pain. That doubt set in. But now I'm knowing of those doubts and more prepared. And my knees are a little achy. I haven't ridden in a long time, and fully loaded gives you a little stress, but little stress, just the stress of riding. I get a lot of people telling me I'm gonna have knee problems, but I don't go fast, and I keep the pain threshold down. And the only reason I'm feeling it's just a little hard to pedal in the beginning of any large tour if you're loaded down with gear. I was able to, I just lost a flag. The I do flag popped off, so I just stowed it away. I don't think I need so many flags, especially during the day on the road here. That I do mount on the top of the trailer just slowly gave way, and the flag just slid out. Anyways, this is going to be a fun test. Going to feel the new ride the way it is, and everybody's staring at me. Now that I have this Veltop on, the looks come a lot more. It's like a signal, which works in my favor in many ways, to gain attention, keep me safe, and also bring those smiles and pictures, which are fun. I am getting a little creak though in my, it's coming from the joint that extends out my my arm here for the forward crank. I'll just have to play with tightening that down, get it nice and right, find that zone. Anyways, put the phone away. JaYoe. So the ride is really nice. I'm clipping around above 20 kilometers an hour on a straightaway, and this road actually has a lot of speed bumps for the cycles, for the e-bikes, and that's good too. It's testing the shocks on the trike and the trailer. Anyways, I'm going a little bit above 20, which is just about what I was doing with the 1.0 setup, and I'm a little bit heavier. Not much heavier. Actually, I loaded up the gear and everything, and I left out some heavier video components, so I was able to shed about 15-20 kilos, and so that'll make a big difference. But I think that the quality of the trailer and the quality of my gearing now is helping make this ride a little bit more easy. Another thing you might notice, beyond my shirt riding up on me, is that I'm not wearing earphones. I'm trying to listen for squeaks and cracks and any grinding or ears or shocks being overcome or anything. These are my opportunities to get a good feel for my kit and make sure that it's going to do the long haul. Another sort of first is that I'm wearing my Garmin heart monitor, my Garmin pedometer, and my Garmin speedometer all together. I hadn't done that since really I had the accident. I got the Garmin Edge 1000 and all the sensors, and I was riding with them for like a couple of weeks before the accident, but this time I'll be able to start off with it. So I'm all synced up and ready to go with the Garmin. Welcome to Dongqian Lake. Here we are. Stuck in traffic. But I'm at the lake. I'm going to give you a play-by-play when I get to that rise. You guys are going to be able to see what gears. Hi! Hello. You guys are going to be able to see what gears I choose and how fun it is. It's going to be here in a little bit. All right, we are riding now for 46 minutes. Feeling really comfortable in the groove. I got a good 24 kilometers an hour, and up ahead is the rise I was talking about. So this will be interesting, because on a flat road, no matter really how heavy you are, once you get the momentum, the weight actually kind of helps you. It pushes you along, but on a rise, the weight ain't no help. It is a hindrance. This is not extremely steep, but it is steady for about, I don't know, 300-400 meters. And it is a steady rise of probably 7 to 10 degrees, I think. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test the gears, the base gears. So I'm going to use my heel and then disengage my Schlumpf so that now it's riding with the base 34 tooth chainring in the front. And I'm at 14 right now, the top end. I'm going to take it down to 10, and it's 10's a pretty easy go of it. And I just entered the rise, and just taking it easy. I do have some construction here, so I have to kind of go in the main lane for a little bit. All right, I'm going to take it down to 8. And 8's just really easy. Just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of pressure. I'm not trying to book it up the hill. Obviously, not going very fast. Hello. This, just to let you know, this hill, a lot of Chinese will go and push their bikes up because they can't take it. Okay, it's getting a little steeper. I'm gonna go into 6. I'm gonna creep into the bike lane here. I have to get rid of that creek somehow. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So I'm in 6 right now. Just to kind of play around with it. I'm gonna go down to 3. Now it's super easy. 3 is just walking up the hill. No real effort here. It's almost more of a pain in the ass spinning my legs around, making me tired than actual torque on the pedals. Before I reach the top here and it starts to crest on the hill, I'm gonna take it all the way down to 1, and then that's nice. I mean, obviously I'm not going anywhere fast, but I could slide into 1 and take an incline quite a bit taller than this, quite a bit steeper. I'm really easy, which is where it's supposed to be. Now, mind you, this new Schlumpf drive base chainring is 34, and my original that I had, to start this trike was a 30. So even all the way down to 1, it's not quite as easy as it used to be, and that's one of the reasons why I wasn't too afraid to switch to a 34, because I couldn't see myself going down that low, even in fairly drastic circumstances. So I've already shifted up to 5, but we're leveling out, and that's cool. I mean, I got down into the 5 km/h mark, but I don't care. Hills are temporary most of the time, and that was a good test. Still got a little ways to go before I crest the hill. Then we get to the fun stuff, which is going down, and I'll turn the camera on for that as well. Cool. Now, ordinarily, I get to this hill and I can get up to about 50 km/h by the time I get to the bottom. So let's see where we're at. Man, I really got to fix that creaking. Figure out exactly how to fix that later. But here, let's get over this hill and use that momentum, because this is where the weight comes in really handy. Problems in China. Everybody thinks they own the road. Normally there's no cars. You can't park here. It's a 2-lane road. Yet those cars, this one, the white one's parked literally out inside. long as the light's green, I can use this all the way. So I'm gonna put the phone away, and I'll be at the beach in just a couple of minutes. Oh, that was so nice, so smooth. So smooth. Okay, just arrived.
Oh my god!
Dados? 啥呀？
裤子怎么啦？
Dados?
最 fashion 的。
Yogurt? 酸奶？嘿，胡萝卜。
酸奶怎么变成这样啦？就是这样比较酷，其实你不要洗掉，就是啊。
Okay, so we had a little picnic, and now Annie and her family want to go have a bike ride. And the bike riding track for public is on the other side of the lake. It requires that I do the most difficult part of the around the lake road. This one is steep, and it rivals the one I last did by leaps and bounds, and it'll be another really good test of the JaYoe 2.0 setup. So I'll just have to do a little riding here through the countryside, and then I'll enter the rise. It's actually quite a beautiful ride. It rides way up into the tea fields, so my pain will be your pleasant view. Actually, the view is pretty nice here as well. Here we go. All right. Restarted my computer on the second round, and we're getting into the zone here. So I'm going to disengage the Schlumpf drive as we pass that sign. I despise that sign, but I don't really despise it so much. You know what that sign means is you're gonna have some difficult times, and then afterwards you're gonna go fast. So let's go fast. This is actually a really beautiful area. The road, as it angles up, curves. Those are some beautiful Chinese style houses. And you start to get into the roofs, the rooftops. 你好吗？回家。好了。哦，好好好。So I'm in third gear. I'm headed up, and this area is probably one of the steepest. It has a point here where it gets up into probably the top 5 steepest inclines I've ever had, and you can see the cars are curving on up. That's not the steepest, but it's entering the area, and so I'm just gonna have to be ready. Okay, that's where it steeps up right there, and then on that curve. I got a flat straightaway right now, but you could see people walking their bikes up there. I don't have the luxury of walking my bike because it is too bulky. Hello. Yes. Not so bad. You know, the first time I took this route, some of you might not know this, but I'm not a cyclist. And when I first really started cycling was here in China, particularly here in Ningbo. I got my first road bike here, and before that I had a mountain bike. Yeah. And so but first time I took my mountain bike here, I walked it up. I couldn't even I couldn't even power it up. That's just time, you know. Over time you become better and more qualified. Right now I'm doing much better than I did that first time. And considering that I haven't been riding so much recently, I'm gonna get much better just right now. JaYoe. Right now I'm going 3.8 kilometers per hour, but I'm about to crest here. And as soon as I crest, ooh, it'll be beautiful. When I first started the first tour, I got really down on myself for being so slow. But then I realized that as long as you're moving forward, it doesn't matter how fast you go, as long as you're moving. You know.
这样上来不累吗？
现在一点累，可是很舒服。
哦，这样，那下去会很危险吗？
Yeah.
下去会很快的。
很快，45公里1个小时。Let's see if I can get it to 55. Problem with riding when it's busy out is the roads are congested, so you can't go as fast. Normally here I'm booking. Still right now I'm going 35, which isn't bad. There's a wedding party behind me. Sorry. I like this area. It's pretty. It's very Asian. These boats here that they have are made of stone. They're actually made of concrete. These little skiffs that they do fishing off of, they have parked on the side in this little creek. I don't know how the hell they float. Okay. All right, now the mission is to try and find Annie and her family, because they're going to be putting together their bikes and doing a little riding. So I'm still trying to catch up to Annie and the family. I kind of hung out in an area too long, thinking that they hadn't gotten there yet, but actually they'd passed by. So I think they're up ahead quite a distance, which is fine because it's a beautiful day for a ride. Most of the ups and downs are gone, so now it's just an enjoyable cruise along the lake. Well, I wiped out for the first time on the new one. I went through that ditch. It was a little muddier than I thought, and it caught my tires and caused me to tip over. I think Annie saved me. All right, so I finished some food, had a couple of beers, really good, and I was getting to the point where I needed some food and water because I was getting really kind of sick. My body was just needing some energy. It's funny, that original gear, the 32-inch chainring, is when I go fast, it doesn't even catch. It's just not big enough. Hello. Anyways, back to the house. Okay, nice day. Nice day for a ride. Got some things tested out. I'm about to leave the lake and head on the main roads to back to the office. And I'm pretty happy with how everything went. Nothing too strenuous. I was able to test everything with the top and the cover on, flags, weight, everything. I just now detach the cover because there's no need to protect from the sun and there's no rain coming. But the cover was really nice to use today. Went off and on a couple of times really quick, which I'm happy about. I even rigged up my little Bluetooth boom speaker to the phone and was playing some tunes out in the open. Normally I wear headphones, but I kind of wanted to hear my trike and hear the world. So I just set this up. It works great. The bike bottle mount grabs onto the speaker because it's got this rubbery surface. And it was great. I did get all the way down to my gears. You know, I didn't really expect to get to number one, but I did. Not because I had to use it, but just because I was interested to see how it was going to go. And well, really good. Now, getting into dusk. By the time I get to the office, might actually get night, and the lights will come into play. One thing about this deflector in the front is that it blocks a little bit of the light coming off the front headlight, but it might actually diffuse it, in which case it makes me almost more visible. Instead of one beam going off, it kind of opens up the beam and it makes it scatter a little bit, which might be good. Anyway, so I'm gonna enjoy the scenery and roll out. Yeah, see ya. Only thing that could have made this better was jumping in the lake.